Wall Street Memes Casino,
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook.
This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFLTV. We're in Dubai here ahead of the show, which is live on Fight Zone and DAZN tomorrow night, Friday. Here at the Space, I'm joined by Stephen Vaughan Jr. Stephen, how are you first of all?
I'm very good, mate. You?
All good. I can't work out when I'm here if I'm in Albania, in Liverpool or in Dubai.
Yeah, now we've got multinationals here at the moment. Indians, Albanians, Scousers, Maltese, you name it, they're here.
Absolutely, a good blend of people. Stephen, how has it been difficult to put this show on for this week? Obviously, you've got a lot of young talent. You've got a lot of kind of people coming up through that middle tier of the ranks, and obviously Stephen Ward, who we know very well, in a difficult fight tomorrow night as well. But yeah, how difficult, or was it difficult to put it on?
Logistically, it's a little bit more difficult because of the flights and people coming in from all different countries and what have you. Obviously, we lost the main event with 2 weeks' notice. Stevie Ward stepped in, but no, it's been exciting putting it together and enjoyable, really.
Obviously, yes, Stephen Ward comes in. I mean, so both fighters obviously have not had the longest camps, but situation sometimes presents itself and they've got to take it, which is what they're doing.
Yeah, I think we've actually got a better fight than what we had in the outset. But yeah, Stevie Ward's come in, big yeg, and he's got aspirations to be a world champion. So I think if he wants to be a world champion, he's got to beat Stevie Ward. Stevie Ward will probably be thinking, this is another chance for me to get back into the big time. Absolutely,
and obviously the fighters that people will be familiar with back home, Stephen Ferguson, Hakeem Palmer as well, on the bill.
Yeah, well, Fergo, he's got a great story. Obviously, he's turned his life around after going off the rails, after coming out the army. He's had a couple of fights abroad now in Malta and Portugal, and now he gets himself on the big stage here on DAZN. Hakeem, he's just getting a lot of momentum now, and I think that's the key for both of them lads, to get some momentum this year and try and get a title shot at the well, we're going to try and get Hakeem a title shot towards the end of the year, I think. Fergo a little bit behind that.
What's the plan, Stephen, obviously, to have more shows out here? Obviously, you've got one here on Friday night. This venue here is a stunning venue. Obviously, people will be aware of it in Dubai. They've held many shows here. But is there a plan now to kind of keep up momentum and have some sort of consistency with shows here in the Middle East and Dubai?
Definitely, we've got to sit down with our partners, Christy and Bocci, and our sponsors at Eden, to see where we go after this. In September, we'll be out in Malta. Back end of the year, we're going to India. So we've got some, plans to go around the world, really.
Yeah. Whereabouts in India?
I can't pronounce the guy. Kamal,
yeah, Kamal, we know, yeah.
So Kamal, he's putting it together for us. We're going to have an English lad taking his defending his Commonwealth title out there, which will be announced soon. So it'll be exciting.
I'm a god out in India. You should stick me on a little exhibition.
Yeah, you get yourself out there, mate, defo.
Don't know about being god out there. But yeah, everything, obviously got the weigh-in here today, and obviously tomorrow night live on Fight Zone, and then the main 3 fights will then switch on to DAZN. Is that correct?
No, so the first 3 fights will be on Fight Zone, yeah, and then 5 fights on DAZN. So,
right,
so you got Hakeem will be on Fight on DAZN, Renke, Big Drago, the Maltese German lad, Fergo, Alban, who's exciting, unbeaten in 10, and then the main event.
Yeah, the heavyweight who I met yesterday, Drago, Renke, he's an interesting character, isn't he? Very confident.
Yeah, he is, I mean, he boxed as a kid and then he come away from the sport for a while. I think he had a few white collar fights over in Malta. He's now got some good backing. He's based between Malta and Germany. So with the size of him and everything, and his, his story, the Drago thing, he could be a real good proposition, but we've got to make sure that he can fight first, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. I mean, in comparison with obviously promoting shows back at home, do you feel like there's more opportunity for you to go to places like Dubai, Malta, India, like I said, rather than back home in Liverpool, for example?
Yeah, no, obviously I lived in Malta for many years and then started promoting. I promote out there with Demis Toner. We are the premier promoters on the island. But the most we've got to really at the moment is a Commonwealth title. We want to bring a world title fight there. We've got a minor world title there in September. But no, Malta will be the place that we really want to push on from, definitely.
A lot of boxing obviously happening here in the Middle East. Obviously the whole influx of what's going on in Saudi Arabia is pushing this region as well. But yeah, it's a lot of stuff going on in Saudi, which is obviously 2 hours away from here. but that's where it seems to be all happening at the moment.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously the money's in Saudi, and we're not getting any of that at the moment, unfortunately. We can't even get the lights on in here at the minute. But no, we'd love to get a piece of the Saudi stuff. But Dubai for us, if we can, you know, this is our first go at it out here. If we can get another one in here next year, it'd be great.
But I wouldn't see like even promoters at whatever level, like Hearn and Warren now working together, and everyone's kind of working with each other from like the UK promoters. It's good to see, isn't it? Yeah,
it is. You know, obviously I back home I work with Dennis Hobson a lot and Stevie Crump, you know, in Fight Zone. So, you know, we've been working together for a while. In fact, we've got a show out in the Cayman Islands on in end of November on Fight Zone as well. So, yeah, you're right. Everybody should be working together.
Absolutely. Listen, we'll catch up with you after the show. Like I said, the first 3 fights are on Fight Zone, and then the 5 fights that will conclude the night will be on the Zone.
Exactly. That's exactly it, yeah.
Stephen, thank you very much for your time. Have you got anything else you'd like to add?
No, spot on. Thanks, mate.
Wall Street Memes Casino.
I'm fine.
And Sportsbook.